Hello, Irish Zero here. I hope you're all well. Of course, I am well, thank you. Bit of a sore neck, but I'll get over that. So today's video, a bit of not sad because sad wouldn't imply tragedy, but disappointing news. As director Guillermo Del Toro, was it Guillermo? Whatever, Del Toro, has said that he will no longer work on video games. This, of course, comes a few months after the confirmed cancellation of Silent Hills, which he was going to work with Hideo Kojima. But of course, it's his second video game that was cancelled. First one being Insane, which was going to come from THQ, who unfortunately went out of business and that game disappeared. Which actually, I remember when that game was announced. It was back in 2010, I believe. Yeah, actually, yeah, it was 2010. It was at the VGAs. It was at the same show where Skyrim was unveiled. So I remember that. Why, I don't know. But yeah, sadly, he's not going to do it anymore. That game was cancelled, which could have been good. I mean, that game could have been good. I'm not sure if much of anything in that game was actually shown between the time it was shown in 2010 and when it was cancelled in 2012. But obviously that was a bad experience. But then Silent Hills came along, and so it was a foregone conclusion that this game's not going to be cancelled. I mean, it's a Silent Hill game, an established franchise, and it's being co-made, directed, produced, whatever, with Hideo Kojima. And there's no way he's going to leave Konami, and there's no way Konami's going to ever cancel a Kojima game. Sadly, yeah, sadly it is, and it is kind of sad though. The message he said, basically said he doesn't want to, he's not, basically he's saying he's a curse to video games, and him trying to do another project would basically, he doesn't want to ruin any more lives because Insane didn't work out, and those devs think that game was cancelled. I think the studio was closed. Now Kojima Productions isn't there anymore. Kojima himself is gone from Kojima Productions, and after MGS 5 comes out in a few weeks, less than 2 weeks actually, very very excited. That's not going to exist anymore either. That studio, so he's not going to affect anyone else's or ruin anyone else's life. His own words, which is kind of a sad way to put it. So and it does kind of squash the rumors that Kojima and Del Toro would have worked together after Kojima left as a kind of a spiritual successor to Silent Hills. Obviously, that's not going to happen now. Or, Kojima seems to be, it's like his thing of misdirection where he points in one direction, oh, these people are doing this. It's like, oh no, it's actually me. Like, I think for the Phantom Pain, it was Moby Dick Studio. Before it was confirmed as MGS5. I think right away people knew right away it was MGS5. But the studio was called Moby Dick Studio. And I think they were from Switzerland, Denmark, I think. That's what he wanted to tell people. Then of course it turned out, oh no, it's MGS5, it's all Kojima. It was the same with Silent Hills. It was called PT, and it had a different team, 1-7 or 7-1, whatever. So it was the square miles of their office. I don't know. Obviously, that's not going to happen. I hope Kojima does make a horror game, and he takes some of the ideas they both worked on for Silent Hills and makes something, or maybe does something completely different. It's going to be interesting. Very sad that Del Toro is not going to make any more games, even though technically he hasn't made any more games except for PT, which was a demo. But here's hoping he changes his mind. Here's hoping Kojima hits him, say, here's a great idea. Let's do it. Okay, let's make this game. And get a huge publisher that's not going to go out of business, give him a crap ton of money and say, make this game. We'll see how it goes. Well, that's it for me today, this week. You know how this goes. So until next time, I shall say to you, have a good one.